I would say that maybe the first time the thought of being a priest came to my mind was actually because of my uncle. I have an uncle who's a priest, and I remember this time when he was celebrating the anniversary of his ordination. So I was pretty young at the time. That was the first time the thought came to my mind, like, well, maybe I want to follow the example of my uncle, and I thought about it, and additionally around this time, people have approached me at my own parish saying, like, I can see you as a priest. Are you open to it? Have you considered it? And I said, yeah, sure, I'm open to it. I'm considering it. And so pretty much what that meant to me at the time was just, okay, I'll pray about it. I'll think about it. At the same time, when I was growing up, I started developing like an interest in the arts, and especially in animation. And I was thinking about, oh, would it be great to have a career, this dream career, to be able to work in a creative field, in a creative industry, and to make my own animation. And so I got an opening on the program The Simpsons, and I was working there as a digital production assistant, and it felt like I finally broke in at the time. I was really enjoying just to be actual part of a studio, to be part of the process, to be working with real artists and real artwork. At the same time, while I was working there professionally, I was commuting to work, and I had this habit of, like, I'd like to, of course, wake up early, beat the traffic, and I would go to a nearby church there to go to daily mass before going to work. And then during this time, I just so happened that the vocation director was at the parish where I went to before going to work. And then that's kind of like when the thought comes back to me, like, oh yeah, I was considering priesthood a long time ago. Am I still considering it now? And so I considered it. I decided to approach the vocation director at the parish about it. I shared with him my frustrations, my hopes, my dreams, my excitement about priesthood, as well as trepidations about it. And something that really what helped me was something he told me that I found really helpful for my discernment, was that you cannot discern alone. Because up to this time, when the topic of priesthood came out, my reaction was like, okay, I'll pray about it, I'll think about it, but that's all it went. It didn't really develop any further than that. I just kind of kept it to myself, and I prayed about it, which is of course fruitful, it's helpful, but I didn't do much about that. So he was the one who helped me to realize that you discern with the church, that there's discernment groups out there, that there's support groups to see how others who are in a similar situation than you, who also could, you can learn from them, you could help them, they can help you, as well as the importance of finding a spiritual director, someone you can just, who may be able to challenge you in ways that I couldn't even consider doing on my own. And so at that time, I felt that I began to discern more seriously, that I found a spiritual director, I met with him regularly, I went to different support groups, I explored all the questions and issues and everything I was thinking of at the time. And really, it just came to a point where I decided that if I was really serious about this, if I really was serious about discerning a vocation to the priesthood, then it was time to take the next step.